Hi everyone, I'm Dan, and when I started this channel, it was actually just a private channel, and I had commented on a YouTuber's post, and he asked me to publish my view, and that's where I ended up publishing 2 train videos of my model train. Since then, my wife came up with an idea that let's just make it a channel. And that's why the channel has changed to Desert Dan, the Ferroequinologist. Ferroequinologist. She came up with the $100 word for my $5 brain. Basically, it means that a train enthusiast. I'll put in the video shortly after this that the actual definition. But she wanted it to be a little different because I am different. We all are. But this is just more of an introduction video. I wanted to give you my history of model trains and trains in general. So here we go. So back in the early 70s, my father gave me a train set. It's the Marx train, big rail. It still works, and it needs a lot of TLC and a lot of maintenance, but I've had it since the early 70s. And back then it was just a train set. No one, my parents, no one I knew did model trains. So back when I was a child, a kid, I would put it up, play with it for a little while. Sometimes my parents would let me put it up under the Christmas tree before Christmas Eve. And then it would go back in the box and sit in storage. And then it sat in storage for a long time. And I'd always been excited to see trains on the road. I grew up in Columbus, and I would see occasional trains back then. But then we moved to California, and life goes on from there, and I would see trains on the road while driving, but never took the time to actually look at them, to get up close to them. I got excited by them, and then I'd seen model railroads in museums here or there, and just love them to death, but I always thought it was more of a specific job, not a hobby. And then life goes on. We moved to about 2.5 years ago, and I was watching on YouTube travel vloggers, roadside attractions vloggers, and one vlogger, World of Micah, had stopped at Cleveland, Mississippi, and he was doing a video on the Martin Zoo King Railroad Heritage Museum. And while he was showing that video, it got kind of a spark going, an ember per se. And I got somewhat excited, and I went out and I bought my starter set, and bought the wood and built a real basic 4x8 bench. And then I played with the train for a few days, couple weeks, whatever, here and there. And then life got in the way. Things happened, couldn't find the time, didn't make the time to play with the train. And then it just kind of got packed away. And the bench became a collect-all for stuff in the garage. After that, I was flipping through YouTube channels. Every now and then I'd watch a rail fanning video or live trains or model train aficionados or whatever you want to call them, modelers. But I kept coming back to this one channel. That one channel is Trigoglin, Pappy at Trigoglin. And he sparked something more than just an ember. Showing me the stuff that he built, the rail fanning that he had done, the travels that he had gone to go see museums of trains, and that there was a lot more to it than just a profession, that this was a hobby. And that ember grew and grew, and then he asked to see my train setup after I had commented on one of his videos. And so that spurred something even more. I came out to the garage, I cleared off the bench, I'm still working on that, and I set up the train and I posted the video. And then in the videos, I got other people liking it, because Pappy mentioned me in one of his videos. Show you what I've got now. So that is my train. It goes around. And these are the items that I've gotten since the last video I posted. I bought this from a gentleman on Etsy, the 3D printed box, like storefront. So it comes apart. It's got real soft accessories in it. I've got a rule platform accessory kit from Kato. I've got an island platform from Kato. I got some more track. Two of the curves. They're what, 3/4 by 45 inch? No, 45 degrees. And then some more straight cut track. My wife got me this. As just a little gift. And then I also got some risers for a riser kit. Because one thing I definitely want to have is, I want to have some sort of elevation in water. I want to have a city, a small yard, and a couple industries. Hopefully that'll come sooner than later, but it'll come when the money's there. So I've been playing around with AnyRail, and I've come up with a couple different plans, but nothing that I've really got my heart set on yet. But I just wanted to show you everything that I've got as of right now. So hopefully my next video I'll at least have the new track incorporated, and maybe some of the models built and painted. I still gotta get paint and glue, but just wanted to share with everybody. So here's a close-up of the train, of each car. There's my engine. And then a shell tanker, domino tanker, a couple flat cars, and then a couple hoppers back here. I don't know if they're good or if they're bad, but they're fun and I like them and I think they look gorgeous. So, thank you very much. And I hope that you join me on the ride. So I may do some rail fanning. There's some shows I want to go to. I know that's about it. I just wanted to introduce myself to everybody. So I guess what supposed to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. If not, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching.